My Punjabi is officially finished. I give up. I surrender speaking in Punjabi.
Not what you want to tell the listeners.
Can't do it. I'm glad you guys did correct me.
You took it really well. He's having difficulty with the gender. So Indy grew up around his mum and his nanny a lot. And that's his source of Punjabi. So he defaults to the lady position. I'd say Megilla ho gaya. He'd be like, Megilli hogi. I'm like, what? What did you say?
What's happening, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. You might have seen there's a little bit of a tan on me. There isn't. There is a little bit of tan on Karan. There isn't. We both look the same. Yes, great lighting. So, Karan, kidna? Picchia?
Buonasera, signora. Buonasera.
We went to Italy, baby. And that will be coming up later in the episode. So make sure you listen or skip ahead. Check the bottom if you want to jump ahead to the good bits. But this session's good because this section is the best bit. And this section
know what it is.
Confessions of a Married Man.
Brown Monday.
Look at this hand motion on screen. People on YouTube. Look at this hand motion.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what I'm doing. I just got carried away.
Never, ever do that again. Your hut has become some sort of breast pump. I don't know what that is, bro. Like, just pump. Put that shit away. That. Put that shit away, man. I know you're a hashtag marketer.
I am a
but
hashtag
that's
marketer.
not gonna I know there's a whole gender fluidity thing and you're gonna make a pump or something. It's gonna be based on your hand and you're gonna be like
Hanji.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
Hanji.
Anyway.
What's up,
Karan?
Tell me.
Am I confessing first or are you confessing first?
This is your confession, bro. You've come to seek confession. This is a safe space. You will not be judged. Well, I will judge you, as I always do, and the audience will judge you, but it's still a safe space.
All right, I got 3 things to confess.
Whoa, wait, one second. That was interesting. Look at the way you did number 3. Not this way. Not this. Not the other way. 3. It's not this way.
Do you want to know why I do it in this way?
You're German, that's why.
For those who don't understand, I'm doing 1 thumb and 2 fingers.
Inglourious Bastards. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm doing it because in basketball at my school, when the refs would ref, they would do 3 like this. They wouldn't do 3 like this. They'd do 3 like this. So I just copied that ever since I was a kid and just stuck with it. That's it.
So because you play pro ball.
Yeah, pro. Yeah.
And sadly,
I should go like this, but I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you know the scene I'm on about?
You got to go to YouTube and watch it. Sorry, I ain't explaining anymore.
Yeah.
There we go.
You've seen that scene though, yeah? Inglourious Bastards.
I haven't. I can't agree.
Have you seen the film or you haven't seen the scene?
Yeah, I've seen the film, but it's been a good 13 years.
Oh, okay. Great film, guys. If you haven't seen it, Quentin Tarantino, some of his best work. Essentially, Michael Fassbender, really cool actor, is pretending to be German. And the only thing that catches him out is how he does the number 3. That's the only thing.
That it?
That's it. Because he was like, if you're German, you do 3 like this. And he does it like this or the other way.
Dear.
The other one. And
there we go. I didn't go to Germany. I went to Italy, but close enough.
And this is number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's a question for you. When you're dancing to Ternapeg on the dance floor, how you making that 3? You doing some of these? You doing this?
No, I'm doing this.
You see, there's a different one. There's a different one when it comes to Shalabra. You're like, no, you're like, oh, Ternapeg. Everyone's like,
yeah. Right, that's it,
man. Like nobody. oh yeah, that line. Oh, Canada wale daru da sponsor kaad ke. Oh man, everyone gets. You can have no man on the dance floor. That comes on, and Hostel comes on.
Even that was a bang. That was 2017 summer. In
my wedding,
nutshell.
Yeah, but still, it still bangs, man.
Bangs
you put that on. Yeah, man. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying?
So, Karan,
3.
We went on holiday, but before I met you, I went to Italy first with Sanj, and we went to Florence.
Correct, Mundo.
We flew from the airport near our house, City Airport, and City Airport's cool. It's very small,
modern
quick,
and hip,
easy to get through. No problems in security, nothing. The problem I had was before I even got to dropping off my Techi. So we got there early, and we were thinking, let's get something to eat.
Right.
Only 3 places to eat. You got WH Smith, Pret, and like a little bar.
Okay.
So we said, all right, let's go to Pret. Before I got to Pret, I started thinking, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go with the Pret story. Let's do it. Got to Pret,
Right.
and I looked at the price of a wrap.
Okay.
Karan, guess how much the price of a wrap is at Pret?
Okay. Let me think. Pret is a little bit premium. Fine. Is it the wrap on its own or like in a meal deal situation?
Just a wrap, meatball, just a wrap.
Right. And that's kind of like this kind of length, yeah? Like 2 halves type
Yeah,
thing.
very, very. I wouldn't say it's the most filling item on the menu.
Right. Okay. I'm going to venture a guess because it's a bit more premium. About £5.
More.
£6.
More.
£7.
Close. I think the exact price I've got, I wrote it down here.
Is?
Going £6.35 for a little meatball wrap. £6.35 for a little wrap. Do you understand how fucking infuriating it is?
To put this into
something-
context, let's put this in context, right? Aldi sandwich, you're going to pay about £1.20, right? McDonald's Savers menu used to be sub £1. Now it's just gone a little bit over, but still like kind of £1.09 level.
Oh yeah.
And the discrepancy, it's not like Pret is like bloody 7 Michelin stars, right? So this is like that whole Paris situation again, man. The bloody double espresso, €8. I was like, are you dizzy blood? McDonald's selling it for like a quid, right?
Are you dizzy blood?
Are
Karen,
you
who are
dizzy blood?
you? Who are you?
Mate, peak, and then the clot, and then I'm clotted. Is that right? No, I'm not clotted. I'm
Clotted means you're battered, tired, worn
yeah,
out.
काम ने मैंने clot करता. Doesn't
ਮੈਨੂੰ clot ਕਰਨਾ,
ਮੈਨੂੰ
yo.
clot करता. That's the phrase, yo. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਕਰੋ, okay? काम ने ਮੈਨੂੰ clot
go.
करता. But when I feel like when I say it, it sounds really dirty, man. So
It does, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you,
मैं
it does.
कਦੇ नहीं कहना दोबारा. But yeah, that's daylight chori,
Fucking robbery.
right? You know what I'm
So
saying? Who's paying for that shit?
They're asking for these prices, okay?
Beshram.
Sanj bought some food from there because she never goes to Pret, and it's like a little treat for her. She used to love going and getting a salad from there, right? And now she stopped because we're at an airport. You know, you
Wait,
get
wait,
a little bit loose.
Give
You're like,
people
oh,
some context, right?
the money isn't real at the airport.
Yeah. Right. This is
We
the whole,
all- we all
this is
just-
a whole
we all-
segment, right? You can be as tight as you want, like budget. You get to the airport, and the thing is, it's not even foreign currency at this point. Foreign
no.
currency feels like monopoly money. That's a separate thing.
Yeah.
But you're at the
Yeah,
airport, you're like, yeah, duty free, yeah, shopping,
You're like,
bopping.
yeah, fuck it, let's go.
For the lads. Yeah, it's, all right, give people context here, right? So, like, guys, Sanj is like me, and she's regimented, right? She is Weetabix for breakfast, this meal deal type for lunch, and then, dinner.
Yeah.
She could happily eat the same thing for the rest of her life. Same as me.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So when he says that it's like a special thing and, it's a treat, it genuinely is. Not like Indy.
She used to enjoy having a Pret like once a week, and then she cut it out because the price got too expensive. But I didn't realize how expensive it actually got until I looked into this, and I thought, this is taking the piss now. I can't accept it. No bueno. Okay,
No bueno. Just wanted to say, your wife is officially frugal as well. Thank you. Just put that there.
When it comes to food, no. Actually, I said to her, Sanj, you're actually frugal. Goran isn't. And we will touch base on why that is later. But I think that is a very fair answer and statement. Okay.
That's a bit of a mean thing to say.
Thank you.
No.
So,
Daddy,
let
no
me-
daddy. Hanji,
let me finish the story,
go.
okay?
So Sanj
Alright.
got Pret.
£6.35.
Right.
She buys a meal deal. It comes to round about £10. The meal deal was only popcorn and a drink.
Oh my
It came to
God.
£10. Okay. So she did that pottekam. I thought, let me do less pottekam. I'm getting the meal deal from WH Smith's. Okay.
My guy. There's my guy. There we go.
I was like, I had to do a Goran special, man. I had to go to WH Smith's.
Respect
so
the
I got
hustle,
to
man.
WH Smith's, and the best bang for buck meal deal you can get, I wrote it down here. The meal deal is £5.
Right. You got
Fucking expensive
You got
meal
a
deal.
chicken salad sandwich, I'm telling you. That's what you got, didn't you?
No, I got this. I got a Frappuccino drink, which was £2.50, which is very average, by the way. It's like this big, the Starbucks one. I got £3 sandwich and £1.75 sandwich. Sorry,
Crisps.
£3 drink and £1.75 packet of crisps. I made the most of my £5 meal deal. Yeah, there you go. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
Half the price, Sanj's. And there's nothing.
And
There's nothing
also,
justifies.
for people who saw on Instagram, I took a picture of Sanjay's popcorn. How much it is? The popcorn pack's this big, yeah. Barely a third was filled. Shit like that pisses me off. Why make the package so fucking big then? Just minimize the package size.
It's false advertising, bro. You need
Straight
to
false.
speak to the.
Speak to the ASA, the advertising standards, you know?
That's it. I was going to say FCA, but that's the wrong people.
FCA.
Heat Finance Conduct Authority. ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਤੂੰ.
But if we deep it, Karan, and take
Go
it
on.
one step further,
Ooh.
that wrap
Inception.
and that meal deal was about £10, yeah? You can get 2 meal deals from Tesco. That's 2 sandwiches, 2 packets of crisps, 2 sandwiches, 2 packets of crisps, and 2 drinks for £7.
There you go, mate. There you go.
For caloric intake and actual probably nutritional values, maybe a little bit more diminished, but just pure calories and pure satiety, you're going to be better served getting 2 meal deals at Tesco than one little thing at Pret. And they're kind of on the same bracket of lunchtime consumption menu that's meant to be quick and fast and easy to go. That was a moment for me where I thought, fucking hell, this country is finished.
Okay, I was going to say something else first, but come in with that last point. Why did that make you think this country's finished? Because everything's overpriced.
Ridiculously overpriced. I used to think the Pret wraps were expensive when they were about £4.50. How's it gone up to £6.30? £5.
I have a general rule, which you kind of did anyway. Unless it's a dinner, none of my meals when I'm out should cost more than £5. I'm not talking about on holiday when you're like, whatever, having fun and stuff. Although, I mean, we'll get into it later, but we had the best pizza in the world each, and it cost us €5.50. Like, so less than £5, man, for the best pizza in the world. So, like, we'll get into that later. But point being, you absolutely, like you, the only way I'll justify, let's say, if I'm having something premium like that, like a Pret, then I'm not going to buy all the accessories. Like, I'm going to make sure I've got my own crisps, got my own drink, got my own, like, nibble, whatever. Then I'll just have that one thing. But I cannot justify. As soon as it gets towards the £10 point, I'm like, mate, I could have a Nando's now in my head. I'm like, I'm at Nando's kind of level now. So I'm like, no, £5. I'll tell you what my other kind of frugal hacks here are. Like, as you know, it's all about staying full, right? So what I found is, even if you can't have full meals, sometimes you just need something to get you through to the next meal, which might be at home, let's say. I'm not talking about the airport here, but like Greg's, right? The Greg's vegan roll, £1. It's perfect. Like, just hit the spot, and then, I'm ready to go for another couple of hours. So it's just, guys, be sensible. Like Indy says, you've got to stop, like, buying into all this kind of marketing and bullshit hype, man. These things are overpriced. They're not, and the value isn't justified by this price. I think that's the point. We don't mind paying for value. We don't mind paying for value, but if the value isn't there, then what are you paying for, man? You're paying for all the other shit.
A Subway footlong is about the same price.
There you go. You
get that tiny wrap or a fucking footlong. What are you going to go for? The footlong. But just because the Pret isn't next door to a Subway, you're then second guessing yourself now.
Plus, in this situation, you had limited options, didn't you? I mean, you either go full desi and you take snacks to the airport.
Mate, next time I'm going to make sure we eat before we go. I thought that there'd be options there at the airport because it's so small. There weren't that many, so I thought, okay, shit, we kind of stuck here a little bit, and we just had Pret and W.H. Smith's. So I'm glad that I balanced out our costs a little bit and got the £5 meal deal, and she got the tenner, so it's $7.50 each.
Nice.
But even then,
that's good.
Still, okay,
pushing.
Yeah,
we because we had an early morning flight. We joined you later in the week. We went to the lounge, had the breakfast there, so obviously didn't pay as such. Although we pay for the lounge access, but it doesn't feel like you're paying, kind of thing. And then what I did was, because I wasn't sure what we were going to get on Rome side when we landed and how tight things were, we got some meal deals for when we landed. And then when we were waiting for our transit...
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and that was just... it's always better to have food. That's another thing I'm learning. When you travel, it's never bad to have more food than you need. You don't eat it. I'm talking about like dry items and cold items things. But, you got the sandwich, and then we were golden until like later in the evening. So, Daylight Geordie. Yeah, guys, just
adding to the Daylight Geordie.
Oh,
my
there's
last
more.
Little bit now.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's more.
They just jack up the prices of everything in airports, like casually. So even the W.H. Smith chewing gum, £1.50. Banana at Pret, £1.
Whoa,
And it just makes you think,
fruit at a pound.
what?
It should be sub a pound, man. Like you talking
Banana
about
for a pound.
60p, man. It should be around that kind of level, 50 to 60p.
Banana for a pound.
Do you know what I mean? Get a whole bunch, man, for like a pound something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Someone's got to regulate this shit, man. It's
FCA.
I feel
मैं तेनू
like-
कहना FCA ਨੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੂੰ.
FCA.
Regulation ਆਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ.
It's absolute bullshit how they just let people do this and they just think, yeah, it's fine. I get it's a free market and all that shit. Maybe customers should just not buy it, but I get when people are in a bit of a pickle, they haven't got a choice.
You know what that comes down to? That comes to exactly. No, it's exactly that, bro. It's two things. It's one, if you're not prepared, then you have to buy what you got to buy, right? And I see a lot of people doing that, and it's just infuriates me. It's like, why don't you prep properly? Because I'm a prepper and I see that. I'm like, why are you not prepping? I'm not talking about just about food. I'm talking about generally what people buy at airports and things. That's number one. Number two, the other thing is this, for a lot of people, their version of success and feeling like they're rich is basically spending all the time, paycheck to paycheck kind of living. And they just want to spend all their money and have all these perceived luxuries. But it's not, man. It really isn't, man. I'm telling you, man, one of the cures for life is frugality. I'm not going to go over it again, but the definition of frugality is not being cheap, okay? It's not being cheap on everything. It's spending on what you find important, valuable to you.
I mean, if people get enjoyment knowing that they've been absolutely finessed out of £6.85 and thinking it's a full meal, when you're probably going to go up and get seconds or something else afterwards to supplement that full feeling. The wrap's not even full, you know, it's not even to the brim.
Yep.
At least in Subway, when they're skimping, you can be like, a little bit more. You must have done that. Like, even when they're doing the salad and they're like counting sweet corn, I said, yeah, another round, please.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And I said, yeah, pour some more sweet corn on. I can tell you counting it.
Is this in
And
London?
they look at me as if I'm a dickhead. I'm like, no. You're skimping. Give me the amount. Okay.
Wait. They look at me as if I'm a dickhead. No, they know you're a dickhead. I mean, there's no getting around that, man.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm paying
That-
you.
that-
The amount's there. You've got variable portions. If you had the portions in a little container, you know how... Okay, here's an
Ice cream
example.
scooper.
You know-
Ice cream scooper.
Yeah, or they actually have that. You know, in the chicken teriyaki one, right? It's already in like a little semi tray, and the trays are all leveled up. Yeah,
Right.
That's set. It's two of those. I understand. I know what I'm getting. But if it's the scooper on the steak and cheese, I want the scooper to be full. If it's not full, and I eye you and I see you've missed a bit out, I'm like,
see you.
Can you add a little bit more on?
I see you. Hashtag I see you.
I watch him. I'm like this.
I'm just going to say, guys, and you'll probably be hearing this as it comes through, and guys, you're watching, you can probably see it. Indy's really angry today, isn't he? He's really full of rage.
I'm not angry, man.
It's all coming out.
I don't like being finessed out of money for bad food.
Yeah,
I don't mind spending money on food, not at all. It's just don't give me less.
Bullshit na
and charge
kar
me more.
manu. Yes, exactly.
Don't give me less and charge me more. That's the biggest
Cheating na
takeaway.
karo.
That is cheating. That is actually cheating.
Cheating kar de.
And the reason why I'm angry, Karan, is because
Right, that's
when I went to check in my techi,
right.
what happened to
What?
me? I went to check in my techi. By the way, reference, this is the techi that Karan had to sit through
Bravely.
and pick
No,
up bravely from Birmingham to
No
London.
man's land. My
Being
gaya
taken hostage by my
Hote.
parents.
Saving Private Karan. Okay, Harps.
No one saved you,
I
bro.
was Matt Damon. Okay, and Tom Hanks was Harps. That last scene. That's it, man. She was there. She saved me.
That's it.
That's
Came in and saved you, bro. That's what she did.
Yeah.
So this is what happened, bro.
Oh.
I got to the front of check-in. I had things by the pull extender handle, and it was a little bit loose, just a little bit
Oh,
loose.
he felt it. He felt
Right,
it.
and I thought it's fine. I put it on to weigh it, and then when you weigh it, it pulls off the label. So I pulled the handle back a little bit, and it just snapped, cleaning my hand.
Gone.
I'm holding the handle in my right hand,
Hi.
and I'm looking down at the dechi, and I just thought,
Why are you doing them things to me, innit? Why are you doing them things to me, man?
I just thought this is not happening, honestly. And the guy next to me was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it." And I was like, "All right." And then he looked at it and said, "Nah, you know what? I can't fix it, yeah, but put it through, and it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'll put that in the bin for you." And Sanj looked at me and burst out laughing, and I thought, "It's not happening, bro. This is not
Everybody
happening.
cool down.
This is not happening." And the worst thing is, it was at like a weird height where
Yes,
when
sir.
you had to drag it on the wheels, it's only a two-wheeler.
Right.
You got to like bend down and do squat jogs.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that. This is proper old school two-wheeler.
Two-wheeler trip dechi. My parents got a trip dechi.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
Four-wheeler.
a trip dechi. It was like a two-wheeler low end.
Knockoff.
No extendable like depth to
yeah,
it. It's just like an open cover. That's it.
Trap?
That dechi
Trap.
it's in many years.
Trap.
Yes. It's in many years abroad, okay?
Seva
I've
kitti?
had that dechi for years.
Full seva hoyi techi di.
It did at least a good 10 years stint.
Balle.
So, yeah. That's it, bro. And then when I got there and I landed,
Right.
one of the zips was missing as well.
Oh my God. Who
So I
took your
thought-
zip?
I don't know. The zip was gone. So I thought this is not good.
Somebody,
This dechi is officially finished.
somebody
now.
has touched
That's it.
my bag inappropriately.
Sure.
है ना?
May as well have.
किसने हाथ लाया बैग ते?
There we go,
Zip
bro.
काटती.
Those
It's like
are my confessions.
Imagine you come back and you find a pair of jeans and the zip is missing. You're like what's happening here, man?
What happened here?
What's-
Why did
what's
someone
happening?
take my zip?
Oi,
from
मैं
all
कहना,
things?
what they gonna do with zip? I'm thinking
knows, bro.
they know who you are. You're famous. They got some memorabilia. It's Indy zip. You know that's going to be worth a lot of money in the future.
100%. Yeah.
Zip Miracoli. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree, bro.
Yeah, superstar. That's all.
Boss, superstar.
Okay. Are you cool?
That's it, man.
Are you cool now? Cool ho
I'm
gaya
cool
tu?
now. I'm happy.
You go do
No
the
pushing.
motion. You finish.
I feel relieved. Hey,
Hey, da.
There you go.
Cool down.
Right, you go, bro. Tell me if you have any confession, please.
Hanji. I had the
Hello.
realization. Hanji. Hello. How good is the react function on WhatsApp?
Oh, you only realize this now?
It's not always been on WhatsApp, has it? Like, to me, it's relatively new.
Oh my God, Goran has been on there for at least a year.
Okay, but in the grand scheme of WhatsApp, it's not been there since the inception, right?
Okay.
Fine.
Inception was about 2010, but okay.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's not been there for the last 12 years. That's the 13 years. Only a year since it's been there. But the React
Okay.
function, because follow me. Before React, there was no easy way to acknowledge a message, right? So, and remember before like you could add like a message and then swipe it and actually specifically respond to that. It was just, general conversation. And so what that meant was that you would just have to, yes, okay, understand, which I used to do a lot of anyway. And I like acknowledgement as well. So I want someone to, like, this, I want you to acknowledge what I'm saying, like confirmation, right? It's like
I
a
want you to acknowledge my acknowledgement.
yeah, but it's like a read receipt, right, in WhatsApp. I need to know, right? But then, and I'll give you the context for this. So, like birthday messages. Recently, I had a birthday, and as you know, and people sending you messages, and sometimes, if it's in a group setting, you don't want to like a big group. You don't want to like respond to every message. If it's obviously a private message, then I'm going to write a message back or whatever. But sometimes I just want to put the little heart or the thumbs up or the fist bump or whatever. And I'm like, this is so good. They feel like I've responded. It's not taking a lot of work for me. I just think it's a great thing. And I was just reflecting
Wait
on
until social media adds that into its normal platforms.
What do you mean? Like Facebook and stuff,
So-
Insta.
Insta at the moment has the heart function. When you can start doing a react in terms of like an emoji, like a laughing emoji, that will come soon, I'm sure.
Right.
Then that'll be like, oh, this will be really quick to respond to things and not have to write words. Everything's just going to be emojis.
Yeah. But are you saying it's a bad thing?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's probably a better way than me having to write out a few words.
Yeah, but you sound like you're saying it's bad and we're going to stop
No, I
speaking
don't
to each
think
other.
it's bad. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it on the social media platforms. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just nice. I thought first I felt bad because I was like, oh, I should respond. I'm not talking about birthday messages. I'm talking about in general now to certain things. But some things don't really need a response. Do you find that? You don't need...
Do you feel like it's impersonal?
Yeah, I did. And then I started liking it.
Because they can read through and see 8 other messages that got a heart and they did as well. Like, oh, so I'm not special.
But you're the same. All the same. Keep you on the same level.
You're all the same to me.
Consistency. You get me? But no, I felt like that a little bit first. But then I started doing it and I really liked it. And I was just like, this is really good. Like, not everything needs a full conversation. You'll see me doing it to you as well. Yeah, and you just, you just say a few, you just tick in the heart, and it comes up as a notification for them. They've reacted, they've acknowledged, they don't need to continue the conversation. What annoys me is when someone then tries to continue the conversation. I'm like, listen,
Like what?
you said something, I've given you reaction, end the conversation. Don't ask me another question because I clearly don't have a conversation.
Yeah, it's done, bruv. It's done. Leave it.
Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? So,
Yeah,
so that's just two functions. It's the acknowledgement, but it's also like, thank you. Let's leave it there. It's the hut. Do you remember that one in BBM?
No.
Black Me Messenger.
Oh, in BBM. Yes, I remember that. The hand forward and that. Yeah.
That was the one, man. That was the one. There was another one that really, really smug, angry one like this that looks like Shindy. She used to send me all the time. And we were
Looks
really...
like Shindy.
Yeah.
Shindy had BBM.
Yeah, man. That was our original thing. Look, she's there. You see her?
Interesting.
There she is, on the bed.
I mean, the penguin. Yeah.
Little penguin who looks like Shindy. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? She's got the Shindy
like
face.
Shindy,
She's
yeah.
got the Shindy face, man. So
does.
that's why we call it that. Right. So yeah, that was one confession. It was just how lazy I am, really. But time is precious, you know. Time is precious, and you'll know this. I really, 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 really do not like small talk or small conversations.
You're very abrupt.
Go on. I want to see where you go with this, and then I'll come in.
On messages, you're very abrupt. In person, you're very nice. It's quite weird. I'm the opposite.
Give the audience an
In
example.
person, I might be potentially rude, but on message, I'm actually quite polite.
Oh, that's so funny. Potentially rude.
It's true, isn't it?
It's not potential, bro. There's potential. At some point, you are like Mount Vesuvius. You are going to erupt at some point, right?
It depends on who it is, isn't it? I might erupt, I might not. Right?
Look
Depends
at
on
you.
what
It's
you've
potentially, you know,
Right.
if you bring me too much,
Maybe
you bring me
if
too much
didn't
Barney.
be such a dickhead, you
Oh.
wouldn't get a bad response, would you? Right?
And then the messages are funny because what you said to me. Remember, you said to me recently. He's like, I wanted to say this, but I didn't say that, so I said this instead. Remember, we talked about that, hey, guys. So basically, we're doing costings for the podcast, and it happened that two costings for our freelancers and all that stuff came quite close to each other. So Indy had recently paid me whatever, you know, his half or whatever, and I sent him a message like 3 days later, and I was like, yeah, bro, you need to pay this. And he's like, and obviously the message he sent back was something like, are you sure? You know, that's how it felt. And then he told me after, he's like, I want to be like, you dickhead, I just paid you some money, man. Why are you asking for more money, man? Extortion. He didn't say that though. He was just really made tough about it.
That's what I wanted to, and I was like, calm down. Probably right. He's very good with costings. Come on.
No, you know what happens then?
okay.
Then it's like, you ask a question, what do I give you? Bang, 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 bang.
Breakdown.
No,
Bang, bang.
screenshot. Do. You said this. Here. I'm like, oh, yeah, now come at me, bro. Come at me. And the thing is, when I do that to people, it could be anyone in my family, right? Who like will forget that we've had this conversation or what I'm referencing. Once I've referenced something, then I go back to kindly confirm once sent, whatever it is. It's like I asked for it, you gave me a little, you know, had a little hissy fit, whatever. I gave you jawab, and I was like, back to it. Yeah. That's a side point though. I love screenshotting in WhatsApp specifically. On the Mac, Command Shift 4 lets you draw the box.
Yeah.
It's game changer, man. That is so game changer.
I haven't got WhatsApp on my desktop. I don't want to do it.
That's fine. You don't do that. That's the only way I do all my business, man. It's
No,
so
I do
streamlined. The key is I don't have it on all the time, but when you do have it on the time and you want to be in it because you're doing work through it, it's just easy. The thing that pisses me off though, I actually didn't even prep this, but this is a good one. So
Make sure you add it on after you.
yeah, it's part of the same WhatsApp thing.
Oh, child.
So you're on WhatsApp, Indy, and say I'm going to send you a screenshot of a part of a Google map, like the live view. I want to point to something in there. I want to say like park here or go down this road, right? Now, WhatsApp, amazing app, but does not have a way of drawing a straight bloody line. When you select the pencil, it's all squiggly, right? Which is fine. Sometimes you want to do a circle and you want to bring attention to this and then to this, but why can't you just draw a straight line, an arrow? It bugs me, man. It's like I want to pull a ruler out, like a physical ruler, put it on the screen, and then like
fucking drag my
yeah. And I'm like, just please, I want a straight line. Why are you messing with my OCD, man? Because then I'm like, oh, it just looks so retarded, man. Then I have to like, oh, I'm not going to do a line. Then I'll just do a circle. Like, you know, sometimes when today, I sent you a picture about the verification for our account, and I underlined that thing, and I was like, why can't this be a nice, neat little straight line?
I feel you. I feel you.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a very first world problem. Yeah.
This is very valid.
Why does it have to be straight? Why can't you just point the arrow like bendy? It's
That's okay.
Have a little...
That's okay. If it's a pre-made arrow that I could, when you press like add and it adds the arrow and you can just drag it around, even if it's curvy, that's absolutely fine.
Why can't you just draw it?
Because it's just bent, man. And the thing is, you draw the line is fine. When you try and add the top bits to form the arrow, it never ever goes wrong.
Why don't you form that arrow first and then put the line?
Bro, it doesn't. You're saying things like I haven't tried these things. Look who you're talking to. I've tried
sometimes,
everything.
Karen, I don't think you have tried.
Give me an example.
So
where
I
I've
have
not
to
tried.
ask these questions.
You give me one example where I've not tried.
I haven't seen you need to do this for me. You just send your location. And that's it.
Yeah. No, I'm not. That's true. I've not had to do with you, but just. So why was I talking about this? I was talking about WhatsApp, wasn't I? And reacting.
WhatsApp emoting.
Yeah. So reacting is good. I don't like small conversations. What did you say? I'm abrupt. That's what you said. That was the point I was going to pick up on.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a friend recently, actually, from secondary school. And actually, everyone knows him, Raman. So Raman, the one who has special paronte on a Sunday fun day. Spam paronte.
Oh, the spam prote. Spam prote wala. That's his name now.
No, his name's Sangha. Spam Sangha. That's what we call it.
Spam Sangha. That's
Spammy
it, man.
Sangha. There we go.
Spammy Sang.
I don't move the
Spam
Spam Sangha. Right.
There you go.
Again, that sounds really dirty, so maybe don't say that. Anyway, I was with him, and we were just talking about our communication styles, and he was like, "Yeah, you're pretty abrupt in WhatsApp because I'm pretty abrupt as well." He goes, "But we know it's nothing like we're just functional when we talk, when we need to get things done. Because when we see each other, it's all fine, it's all cool, and that's just the way I approach communication. That communication method isn't for chit chat. That is, and man, like today we had like a whole thing." It's like bang, 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 bang. Do this, whatever it is. If it's too fluffy, you don't get anything done. Whereas,
we ain't got. I was in the office today, so I ain't got time to message you back nicely.
Yeah.
I'm sending quick messages before I start being eyed at by someone in the office. Be like, "Why are you on your phone?" So I took I took 2 minutes, responded to a couple of things you said, and then put my phone straight back down. That's the way that you got to deal with it. And even at home. I have to now put my phone into do not disturb mode because I get too many notifications like in the day. Otherwise, I can't focus and get anything done. Regularly, I have to do it. Hence why when you asked me for that verification code, it took me half an hour to get back to you because I've had to finish some actual gum and then come back to you.
Yeah, which is fine. That's one thing you learn as you get older, guys. Just there's a matrix. It's 4 quadrants. It's important, urgent, not important, not urgent. So just because you feel something's urgent and important to you doesn't mean the person you're asking that of will be the same priority to them. It's basically about prioritization. And everyone should look at this when you're looking at deciding which tasks to do. So in that situation, I've asked Indy to do something. At that point, I have a lot of time. And so I could sit there and be like, why isn't he sent it? I could start ringing him, or I can be like, okay, put it out there. He'll respond at some point and go and crack on with another task. And that is kind of, one of the kind of cornerstones of productivity. It's just, you do what you can do. Then have some mental versatility and just move on to something else. Indy comes back with his message. Fine, I can action that now. Fine, move on. Yeah. So I am an abrupt person. So that is that.
I agree. That's the first time that we've agreed. I think you are an abrupt person. Yeah.
In messages, but the intention is not to be abrupt. The intention is to be functional, direct, and productive and efficient. That's why it's done. It's never to be mean. Like if someone's clearly like being vulnerable in a message, then it's not like I'm sad. It's not I am sad. I am sad for you. Yeah, I mean, like it's going to be more. And the thing is, not the way out of that, but the way you kind of negate some of the abruptness sometimes is you voice note. The caveat to that is when I voice note Indy, I'm still very abrupt. So.
What did you do? You sent me a 9-second voice note today.
Did I?
It was like a pointless voice note as well.
Did I? Go on, listen to it now. Go on, listen to it. Listen to it. What did I say?
What did you say?
Go on. Bring it up. Put it into the mic. Let's see. Yeah.
Are you sure? Do you actually want to?
I can't remember what I said. Just check it's not. I don't know. It wouldn't be something dirty. So no bother.
Probably is, but let's see.
From today? Sure.
Hang on. Where is it? Karen.
Hey, buddy. I think I moved the podcast for today rather than duplicating it. What was the time in the calendar that we agreed for today?
What's pointless about
pointless
it?
Message.
Why is that pointless? Literally, I got to my calendar. It was like, it's been deleted.
Why don't you just go into deleted items in your fucking Gmail and find it then?
It's not in Gmail. Why would it be in Gmail?
Because your deleted items in your calendar goes to your Gmail bin.
I never knew that. Wow, you've taught me something today.
I'm guessing here, but yeah.
Okay. See, all right. So man, give it a 10, innit?
Or look
Go.
at your sent items, and it would have probably sent from your Gmail because it connects up to both.
No, so,
And
okay,
you would have found
you're
it
confusing
inviting
two different things now. When I add something in my Google Calendar, it doesn't then form like a sent message to you in my Gmail. That doesn't happen.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the only email I receive is when you accept. You love accepting.
So why didn't you find the accepting email then?
Bro, that's long, man. I could just voice note you. Just tell me the answer. Like, why am I going to waste my time
Lazy
going through that? I'll rather waste your time.
And you know what's funny? You said 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
and we started at 8:30 anyway. So
We didn't start 8:30. What do you bloody
we started at 9 o'clock.
meltdown,
I had
man?
technical issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to move furniture in the flat.
There you go. There you go. What were you just saying? Yeah, so not pointless voice note. Yeah, voice noting. So voice noting is a great function on WhatsApp. I love a good voice note, as many of you will know. Yeah, I love a good voice note. I'm just more expressive. I can't be asked to type, so I'll give you a nice long voice note. Then someone will respond to me in a message. I'm like, okay, why don't you voice note back? I'm going to voice note back until I break the person. Rajiv, one of my best friends, he will make it a point not to voice note me. And I've asked him, I was like, why don't you send a voice note back? He's like, I don't like voice noting. I'm like, why? I feel like he doesn't know how to do it. Or he doesn't know, like, he feels like he didn't know what to say. I was like, but you're just talking to me.
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's why.
That's a good point actually as well. I think a lot of people don't like that.
Why don't you ask him to get vulnerable, and then he can tell you the answer?
Ask him to get vulnerable. Oh my God.
Like, Rajiv, I'm your friend. What's the problem?
You know who you sound like?
Is everything okay?
This is exactly what Jay Shetty did yesterday from stage, man. Literally, he went into the crowd, picked someone who's vulnerable, took him on stage, and started talking like this. Exactly what you just did.
And did they start crying?
Yeah.
There you go. Your channel is in a Stephen Bartlett, man. That's all it needs to do.
Well, Tony Robbins, Stephen Bartlett, it's all there, man.
Oh, Tony Bartlett. There you go.
Tony Bartlett, cello.
Chalo, next segment. Oh, Suitcase Karan, tell me your question, please, bhai.
Bale. Full, proper today. Very good. Learning Punjabi.
Trying. Hanji.
Yeah, we'll come on to it in
We will.
What's
We will.
happening. But Indy had quite a difficult ordeal with this
We're
Punjabi in
clickbaiting all the
Italy.
fans. We will do it. I promise. It will be covered. But let's keep it to the questions, Karan. Keep it to the questions.
Okay, first question. What was this at the start of the episode? Easy.
I don't know. I just started doing like the hand pump, and then it just
Stop
happened.
it.
Do you know
Stop
what? You know what? I learned this. Do you recognize that?
Okay. It looks really familiar, but...
It was you in one of the very first reels that we ever did, the video one, where you're talking about the heart making a motion like this.
Oh, that's why. Atrioventricles. Yes. I was like, why does that look really familiar? But I was like, I didn't hear. Look at you learning stuff, huh?
Thank you.
Very good. Very good, Putte. Right, so breakfast. The meal which, you say is not important, but I've seen you now for the last number of days chomping down your oats and whatnot and your honey and your other sugary items.
That's because we're out and about, mate.
I'm out and about, yeah, you got to get it in. Anywho, but forget the oats, right? So let's talk about when you're having fun cereal, right? Fun cereal with cold milk. What's your go-to? Now, look at you getting happy. Look at him getting happy. Right, say this again.
Cocoa Pops, Weechos, or Nesquik.
All right, so you're really a chocolatey guy, aren't you?
Love it because the chocolate milk is
Something else, isn't it?
it's too good, man.
Here's the question then. So you got your Cocoa Pops. You got your Weetos. You got your Nesquik. Pour it into the bowl. How much dud do you put in that bowl?
You got to eye it, man. You got to eye it.
Right? Now, before I let you answer the question, what type of collie are you going for? What size are you
Collie
going
has
for?
to be-
Which bad boy?
Has to be a breakfast collie. Has to have depth to it.
Right? This is it. Because if you take that Dane collie, which is like a small or shallow collie, it's like you're not going to get anything in there.
Going for years at my mum's, we didn't have breakfast collies. We had like collies that were made for dal, so it was quite shallow. So I could never
that's what I'm
I
like.
could
Yeah,
never
yeah,
figure it out. And I was trying to pour stuff into it, and it's not like the tiny ones, but
Yeah.
it's small.
But it still fills up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it fills up, and I'm thinking I can't even get my jump shot at the bottom properly. Like it's not.
You're there like straight down.
Yeah, fucking crunching the cereal, and I'm
What
like,
you're-
okay,
what
fuck it,
you're
let's
doing.
drink it.
Yeah, I was saying, so from the start, you're like, forget the ending position. At the start, you're just like, just drink it. Did you ever see, side note, did you ever see people in films? This is mainly American stuff, like American films, American sitcoms, where they basically put their hand in the cereal box, eat the cereal dry, and then drink some milk.
I've seen that.
Right? And I just thought about it, and I was like, that's so. Well, I say it's weird, but it's.
because they don't want to fucking clean a dish. That's why.
Yeah, maybe grieves you. Maybe that's what it is. But when you're young, you don't understand these things. But then I think about it compared to what I do now, when I don't want to touch and get dirty hands at thingy. You roll the roti and then you have the dal or the sabzi.
That
and
doesn't
then
make
you eat the
sense though,
roti.
because your dirty hands are going into the.
Into what?
Dirty hands are going into the cereal, and you're lipsing a bottle of
Yeah,
milk. So
that's
it's
true.
actually worse if you think about it. It's not hygienic at
Yeah,
all.
it's not.
No.
Don't know why people do
Hold that thought. Hang on. Hold that thought. I've got to show you something.
The collie. He's bringing the collie. Where is the collie now? Where is the collie now? We recently had a comment on YouTube saying that people, one person likes it when I sing. So yeah, I'm going to keep singing, dropping bars. Bully doesn't, but Bully doesn't like many things. So yeah. Where is the collie now? Where is the Oh my God,
wanted to show you
Beeto, दिखा दे, Beeto, खिला
here we go,
दे.
here we go, here we go,
Oh,
here we
whoa, it's going down. Shit's going down, man.
Okay.
Whoa,
We chose,
whoa.
yeah, we chose.
Hanji.
Okay, we chose.
Hello.
They're trying to advertise themselves as not cereal. What does it say on the side there, Karan? Can you read it?
I cannot, my friend. You're going to have to move it close to the camera. Yeah, it's too blurry. You have to read it out
Okay.
for me, bro.
It
I can see
says-
Witos. That's what it says.
Have you tried me as an afternoon snack or to boost alertness before school? Basically, they're trying
What
not to be
kind
only
of
cereal.
bullshit
They're
is
trying to
that?
relabel themselves as,
Kind
I'm
of
a snack.
bullshit. All right, now let's pick that part.
Alertness before school, What?
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
when you have breakfast before school, what kind of snack are you having that's not breakfast before school?
The word
Any
breakfast
snack
isn't
before
mentioned
breakfast
on
is
here
cool.
anyway, It's not mentioned. It's not cereal isn't even mentioned on this, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't get it though.
I'm gonna
The
put this back, but yeah,
dingwall,
carry on.
is it trying to have its like own USP? Is it feeling like it's not doing well enough as a cereal on its own? Why?
I think they're trying
Why?
to branch out into further parts of the market personally. But yeah.
Yeah, but then say, you're still a cereal. You can't deny you're a cereal. When are people going to eat you? But saying that, cereal at nighttime is
Cereal
the
at
one.
night time's a very nice snack. I agree.
Oh,
they
it is
they
the one.
They should label that, not afternoon snack. If I want an afternoon snack, I'm not going to go
I have
look
an
at the
afternoon
cereal,
snack. Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. On the rarest occasions, I think I've had it, but never in the UK. Only if I'm abroad, and it's like, you're somewhere, you have access to a lot of things, and maybe you just eat cereal or whatever. But very, very rare. But if it's the end of an evening and you're like, I'm really full, but I need to eat something, and I can't have a full meal, then yeah, cereal is good, man. It's just nice, and you might have a little bit more, might mix it up. Are you a mixer? Are you a cereal mixer?
No.
Do you mix that shit up?
No. Who the
Oh,
fuck
right.
is that?
Right, you're going to be seeing Kenny very soon. Kenny is the king
Listen.
of mixing. Now, one sec.
I got a lot of love for
You can
Kenny.
come in. You can come in. Yeah, I know you got a lot of love for him. All the technical advice he gives you. He doesn't mix one cereal. He doesn't mix two cereals. 3 minimum. The king of mixing, man.
What a bargain, man.
The thing is, though, I never used to be a mixer until I started hanging around him and, just looking at his bowl, saying, what's happening over there? What's the reaction? Me and my OCD. And somebody, you see someone in TikTok recently talking about me having, sensory issues.
Yes.
not liking my spring roll filling in my ketchup
Yes.
and having soggy
Yes.
socks. So yeah. So me with my sensory issues, looking at Kenny's bowl, and they're like, "Chalo, try kar lenne hai." Try kar lenne. Try kar lenne. Hanji. So I don't know why I'm speaking like that, but tried it, and not always. Definitely not always, but sometimes. Maybe on a weekend. on a
That's what you're
cheeky Saturday, when you're feeling a bit, not a school day, on the weekend, I might try it. Right, so you're not a mixer. You didn't grow up with
Wait,
proper
hang
coffee.
on. Some people mix alcohol. You're like, what's the closest thing I can do? Let me mix cereal. You live life on the edge, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I think, yeah. So why don't you mix? You haven't given me a proper reason why you don't mix.
I just don't think it works. Different textures, different mixes, different types of cereals. I'm sure I'm going to have to try this at some point. Maybe it'll be with you. But yeah, it's something that I don't think I want to do personally.
I think it sounds like a challenge segment.
It's not a challenge segment. Everything for you is a challenge segment. Everything that I'm uncomfortable doing, you're like, oh, indie challenge segment. Let's film it. Let's try and get a reaction out of him.
Yes.
Shut up. Right?
Shut up. You cheeky little...
Oh, you little cat. Anyway, all right. We'll come back to that. So many zingers to go through. Okay, so hang on. What is the perfect portion of dod then to your bowl of golly? You know what? Yeah, some people that TikTok comment that someone put a while ago saying,
which was,
this is pointless content. I sit there and I'm like, I just heard myself then. I was like, this is kind of pointless, but low key, I'm actually quite entertained, so I don't care.
Yeah. Let's just address this point right now. Listen, Indy and I both have jobs. Number one. Indy Jai, within our respective fields, are extremely successful. Okay, we're very happy. Yeah. This is our creative outlet. We are producing content to make people happy. We are not the news channel. We are not the woke channel. We are not here to deep dive on all existential questions. We will do that occasionally, but that is not the 100% focus. If you want to find that content, there is plenty of other news channels.
There are 4 million podcasts in the world. I'm sure you can find your niche somewhere.
Yeah.
Ottejao, please.
Ottejao. Dafa hojo. Stop coming to us with this bullshit hate. Hiding behind your your digits and your face and numbers and whatnot. It's all the same person, isn't it, really?
Or people
it's all people hate Indy.
People's DM pictures, the one guy who I baited out on Instagram, right? His DM was this. That was his image. So I'm like, okay, so if I see a brown guy with a head like that, I'm supposed to know it's you in the street. Come on, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Sorry, yes. Dod. How much dod?
How much dod are you putting into the
personally for me?
Collie. Cauliflower.
Is I don't let's take golden nuggets, right?
I don't like golden nuggets.
Okay, the Nesquik, it's the same shape.
Do you like golden nuggets? Seriously? I'm judging you so hard right now.
Cocoa Pops Brown are good. Wheatos are fantastic. Honey Monster, was that what it's called? Honey Monster ones? Sugar Puffs, they're fine as well.
Honey
Frosties. What's his name?
It shows how much you fucking have them. Oh yeah, I want those Tony the Tigers, me. Yeah.
Oh, बड़े शेर ले आदे मैनू बड़े शेर वाले ओ मगरमच्छ वाले खिला दे मैनू.
Oh god.
Okay. No, the guy
I
was
want that brown Karagoshis.
You want brown rabbit? That's just weird, man.
Yeah, Nesquik.
Oh, okay. I just was like, where's he going with this, man? A weirdo. Yeah, good one. Yeah, golden nuggets are good, man. Cookie crisp, the wolf thing.
Cookie crisps are elite.
That's underrated, man.
Yeah.
You know what I really like about them? Like when you take them out of the packet and you look at the little cookie. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so Nicky. Listen. It's Nicky G. It's so Nicky, and it looks like a real cookie. And you got the actual, like the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
It's on there. There's like 3 on that little thing, and I'm like, this is so cute. And I eat one, and I go, oh, I'm gonna get another one. This is before I had cereal. I'd just eat a Cully, man. They're so cute. Like it's just.
Oh god. Okay. All right. Give me the ratio, and then we'll move to the next topic. Go on, give me the ratio.
So, sorry, not Banter. God, I feel like Indy today.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, the cereal shouldn't be fully submerged. I don't like it when you just see floating bits of cereal because it's so submerged in dud. That's way too much. If anything, I like to have less dud than cereal so I can have big loaded bites. Whereas otherwise, you've got so much dud that then you're having to have spoons full of dud on its own. Whereas I want to have a fully loaded spoon. And if need be, I can add more dud later. Don't mind that situation. So I'm definitely an underfiller rather than a fully submerged kind of drowning waterboarding.
If I know I'm having two rounds.
Oh, hello. I know you're having 2 rounds.
I'll overfill.
Because then you're going to add more in anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, that's a good tactic. But why
Because otherwise, then the concentration of the chocolate to the actual milk gets too chocolatey, and there's no going back from that.
There's no going back.
Yeah, you fucked it then at that point. So you have to keep things quite steady, nice and smooth, all consistent.
Achha.
And there's a time
regularly
limit
have
as
2
well.
lumps?
There is a time
Ooh.
limit where you don't want it to get soggy, and you don't want to have it mixed too much so it gets too chocolatey. You have to consume quite quickly, so you can get the second portion in, so that when you eat it, it's still good. And then when you have the muzza, the chocolate at the end, the chocolate milk, then it's a good amount. It's a good amount.
It's a good point. There are some cereals which disintegrate, like the God, what was that cereal? Shredded wheat. Again,
What was the point? What was the point in it?
you
Those
take out
ads
the
did fucking great wonders for them, but I
Ian,
had it,
both
and I
of
thought
them.
this is cardboard, actual cardboard.
I know what you mean. The original flavor is definitely like that, but then they rebranded and they got like apricot and stuff in there. I was like, oh, okay, this is actually quite nice now. But you take out the packet, it's like this nice little pillow looking thing, like my little pillow over there. And again, I'm like, oh, that's quite cute. And then it goes into dud, then it just disintegrates. I'm like, what is this shit I'm eating now? I'll tell you the way I really feel it. Weetabix. So Sandwiches Weetabix, right? So you take the Weetabix out and it's this perfect, oblong
is.
shaped thing. And then it hits
Yes.
the dud, then it just becomes this gruel. And I was like, oh God, this just looks like vomit, man.
Agony.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You've got to be in there and you've got to eat cereal quick. And then you got to do that in it.
That's it.
Get ready for
That's it.
Triple H.
That's it.
Exactly, you got to do that. Okay, you've answered that very well. You've answered that very well,
Thank you.
There you
Right,
go.
next question. Come on, hit me.
Angie. All right, so the next question I have for you.
Hanji.
Hmm.
Boo, 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 boo. Hurry up, man.
All right, you're on the motorway.
Hanji.
Here you go. And something's happened. Lorries are slowing down cars and lanes, and you got motorway people. Have you seen those motorway people who think like they're police people, but they're not police people?
No. You mean highway agency, Bande?
Yeah, the traffic officer. what are
Traffic
they called?
officers, yeah.
Traffic control, law and order. Like proper, like giving it 10 miles. Like, mate, you're not the police. Just chill out, man.
Yeah.
The lights are orange, like the most least threatening color in the world. You think it's some car
Least
Saraj.
threatening,
No.
okay.
Right? And it's not like what you're doing, man. It's not blue. We know you're not the police. Anyways, they give it 10. But here's my thing. So you're on the motorway, and have you ever seen those little slip roads which go off?
Yes.
Where do they go? Because for me, when I see them, I am so intrigued. I am so jealous.
You're like,
I'm
where's
like-
that little lay-by it's taking him to go secret headquarters, to go underground and
Just-
go and meet Batman?
Are you reading on the sheet?
No, I'm not reading on the sheet.
Go look at the
That's
sheet
what I just
now.
thought in my head.
Go look at the sheet.
What did you say?
That's so weird. Look at the sheet.
What did you
Look at
say?
the comment.
I'm looking
Look at the
sheet.
comment.
Hang on.
So guys, we have a sheet
45
where all our
behind,
ideas go.
I mean, I haven't seen that bit. I'm looking up. Where is it?
No. Go.
Oh, bloody hell, Garen. You got a lot of things to cover in here, man.
Oh, bloody hell, man. Oh, bloody hell, done a lot of work, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, fucking well done, mate. Yeah. Whereabouts is it?
It's right
How
at the
much?
bottom, isn't it?
Oh, Motorway Secret. Oh, shit! Yeah. There we go.
Mind reading. I was like, are you reading my comment? Are you taking my
Bad
content?
man,
right?
yeah. No, I never look at your columns ever, just because I want that element of surprise.
But yes, as Indy said, it's like, does it take you down the secret kind of road to, Batman's lair? Is it some Narnia land? Like, I just want to go there, man. I really want to just take my car down there. I'm like, where is it? Where does it go? Do you know? Where does it go?
Tempting. But then a part of me also thinks, if I'm decelerating to get into that position, I've got to accelerate to come off the hard shoulder to remerge. And that scares me because I don't like getting up to that certain pace and trying to get back
Quickly.
on point to remerge onto the motorway from the hard shoulder. That's pure fear to me.
Yeah, cars are going quick, man. That's the best case scenario is you get to drive at 70 and then you're just changing lane as it were before. But if you got to go from a stop position,
Hard work.
because then the other drivers have to be really aware. They got to be moving into middle and the fast lane to
And you don't
allow
want
you
to
to
overrev
break
the
in.
engine when it's like coming off
No.
that because it's bad for it. Especially if you've been in the lay-by for like an hour, the engine's gone cold. Oof. Can't be doing
It's
that.
dangerous things. But no, but see, my feeling is obviously the road goes off and then it just bypasses all the traffic, bypasses the motorway.
Do you
and
reckon they get like special privileges
What do you mean?
where you think it takes them to like off the motorway and then back to a different route?
Or you make there's
come in.
some secret private underground. What's his name? Elon Musk is building these, underground.
The underground tunnels in LA. Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm telling you, man, they go somewhere. मैं भी जाना, मैंने भी लेके जाओ. Indy, we need to do it. Let's just do it.
I don't know, man. I don't want to get arrested,
Listen, why are they going to arrest
For
us?
example, have you ever seen somebody drive in the hard shoulder for too long and then it's not meant to be the hard shoulder, it's got the X on it? And then it will actually put a little thing up saying, get out of the hard shoulder or something on top of the motorway highway.
Yeah.
And then they'll merge back in like, whoopsie, right? I don't want that because people look at that shit. They probably look at all those exits, monitors, motion sensors, all that shit. Oh, he's someone went through the monitor. It wasn't Derek. Who was it?
Derek.
It was a little brown
It's Indy.
man. Oh.
It's Indy.
Yeah, see? It's not good. It's
Listen.
a little B class, see? It's not
No, mate, with the SLR, that's what's going to come over the
See
radio.
what I mean?
It's SLR, baby.
See? It's a problem.
Then नहीं पता. And when the camera sees you just be jingling those keys. SLR, baby. Then नहीं पता.
Yeah.
Efficiency. This is what efficiency looks like. Yeah, man. I just always wondered. I want to go down those roads. I want to see what happens.
I'll pay you £5 to go down those roads and tell me what you find.
You got to make it worth it. Give me an off-board deal, man.
£5?
No, that's not an off-board deal. I can make £5. I need £5 from you. Give me something. Come on.
Yeah, but it's my £5.
Oh, it's my mouth liar, dirty.
You have my money.
Cool it down. Huh? How about I'll do it and then I don't podcast for a month. How about that?
What fucking good's that? To be fair, if you did that and you got caught, you wouldn't be able to podcast for a month anyway. So yeah, there you go. Sorted. Behind them bars.
Literally, Jazz, you've got a visitor. Okay, who could it be? Is it one of my family members? Is it someone who's come to help me get out? Is this listed? No, it's Indy with the podcast equipment. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the mic through the bar here and there. Today, guys, we're live here. We're live with Jazz. Yeah, Jazz is going to test. So what's been happening? Well, not much for Jazz. Yeah.
I'm the crazy motherfucker that actually try and do that as well. Well, listen, we've got to keep the show going, yeah?
Right,
So
you don't understand, right? Because we've got traction now.
This is what we've got to do, okay?
We've got a permit. I got a permit here, right?
You're only
We've got
inside for a
permit.
month. Okay, you're only
Right.
inside for a month. I can hack it
Right.
out. We can make this work for a month. It's okay. It's all right. I don't want to have to go through a rebrand and find another doctor. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just hack it out. I'll come see you. You can write me some letters. I'll read them out on the podcast. Sorted. Yeah.
So this week's podcast, I'll be reading both parts, and I'll be really abrupt like Karan is.
There
Here
you
we
go. That's it. Sorted.
I don't think you'd find another doctor. I think you'd be like Joey after Friends. You'd just be like Indy, the Indy show.
No.
You're a superstar, man. You're a solo star.
You know what? If I had to rebrand the podcast and you disappeared ever, I'd just
Yeah.
change it to Indie Podcast,
What's I'm saying?
as in the podcast.
In the
See?
beer, in the podcast, in the club. Dun, dun, sh,
In the podcast. Indie Structure.
dun, dun, sh, dun,
know?
dun, sh, dun, dun, sh.
I don't know where you're going with this because it's a really bad impression of In the Club, and I'm not going to give you credit
See,
for that. at all.
man knows in it. Man,
Yeah,
just
but that's
sense
because
of
I'm a
vibes.
fucking I'm a music
You're a G,
fiend.
innit?
I'm a music fiend. Right, people, if you actually understood that, please comment below and tell us, because I don't think you did. Okay, I don't think any of you did. By the way, press the like button, please. I see you lot, yeah, all 100 odd of you that are sitting there watching this, not pressing the button. I see the percentages. I see the stats. Press the button. It's free.
Dun, dun, sh. Go, go, go.
So, in summary, where do we think it goes?
पता नहीं यार मैं देखना. It goes to some secret lair.
Should I do
It
a quick
bypasses the
Google?
motorway. Oh, कर दे.
Where
But the thing is
does-
it's gonna be so anticlimactic. Where the secret roads go on the motorway.
Where do the side roads that traffic officers
Police.
go down
Chat-
on a motorway lead
ChatGPT
to? I
would
bet
know.
someone's already put this on like Cura or something.
Yeah. ChatGPT on it.
It doesn't say.
Oh, secret.
Doesn't say.
It's a mystery.
Traffic officers, no. Give me like a better question that I can put in, Karan.
I can't think of it.
Where do traffic officers disappear to on the motorway?
Where do they live on duty?
Here you go. Where do they disappear? Here you go. Truth about whether... Oh, no, I don't want to know that. A day in the life, I don't want to know that.
That'd be silly.
About our services, I don't want to know that. Truth about motorway traffic officers can pull you over. Don't want to know that either. Okay.
Put the question out to the people. If you know, please comment below.
Comment for me, please. Tell me the answers.
If you want to see me do it, and Indy gives me some good off-board deal, then hold you go.
I'm giving nothing. Okay.
Right. If I do that, then maybe Indy eats some nuts on the show or something. Like we can mix it up.
No.
Remember we had the Dari going orange. We had that one that could be back on the table. We had Indy eating Mr. Singh's pizza. That could be back on the table. Like many
I'm okay
things.
with Mr. Singh's pizza, but I don't think after Italy, I don't think I'll ever be able to have pizza again. We'll come to that now, actually. You know what? Let's just skip ahead. Next segment. Let's do it. Yeah? Let's do it. Goran, we tell the people what's happening and what happened in Italy. Do you want to take it from here or shall I?
You're going to take it. I've just got one thing to say.
What are you going to say?
Internatiozionale.
Oh, fuck you know. Internatiozionale.
Oh, my God. Do Micah.
Oh,
do
God.
Micah. Do Micah. Do Micah.
Huh?
Do Micah.
Jamie's an internationale.
If he didn't understand Inter, why is he
understand Inter? How's he going to understand internationale? Oh, my voice hurts. All right, people.
So
Those of you who don't get it,
context.
Jamie Carragher went on BT Sport, and he was talking to a Portuguese player called Rafael Leao. He plays for AC Milan. Yeah. And he's trying to talk to the guy saying, yep, you're through to the Champions League semi-finals. You're going to be playing Inter.
Yeah.
Inter Milan and AC Milan have a long-standing rivalry when it comes to football. Yeah. And Jamie is Jamie Carragher. He has a very strong Scouse accent, even though I can't do it properly. Rafael, yeah, so how do you feel maybe about playing against Inter in the next round of the Champions League? And he's like,
what are you saying? I'm playing football, yes.
Yes, what I don't understand. You know, like if you're gonna play in the next round against Internatiozionale, right? Tell me your thoughts on that. And Mike is there cracking up in the corner like,
Barney coming out of his eyes, man.
And the second the conversation's done, he's fucking crying in his face, being like, "What are you doing, you absolute numpty?" And the way you're supposed to say it is Internacional, right? That's the correct way of saying it. But this guy's a fucking idiot.
International.
And he got absolutely roasted for it. And Sanj and Shindy hadn't seen this clip, so me and Gaurav kept saying it to each other. We showed it to them, and they were in tears. So that became the theme of the holiday. We just kept saying
anything, anytime. Randomly. It's they would go quiet. We'd be like, Internationale.
Internationale.
and then we actually found a store which had it on its name. It was one of the days, pissing it down with rain. Supposed to be one of the most beautiful places in the world. What this halami pe under, like it's the end of the world, bloody 2012 or ho gaya, right? Next to the coast. Yeah. But then we found this one store, and the store was called Internationale. And we were like, Banter.
Like, oh, we found it. This is fantastic. Made
the whole day better.
Right?
So, yeah.
Oh gosh, I had a great time going on holiday with you and Shindy, man. It was cool. We will definitely do that again in the future.
I tell you,
it was so many laughs, so many giggles, and there's this tradition that Sanj introduced to Garan that me and Sanj do every holiday, and I'm sure these guys do as well. Where you get a postcard, you write all your favorite memories on the back, and we filled that card. There was no space spare to put on it. All the sayings, all the funny nuances.
Is it close to hand? Can you show them the back?
I've got it to hand, but...
Just show them the back?
Actually, let me find it. You carry on. Go on.
Oh, Internationale. So, guys, yes, we were in Italy, and we went to Rome first. That's where we met Sanj and Indy. Now, Indy had some kind of unresolved emotional traumas related to Rome and the Colosseum, known as Colosseo, which he's going to tell you about. So we went to the Colosseo, So that was pretty cool. We did some good Dragon Ball Z stuff. You might have seen it online. We did the fusion dance. Fusion! Ha! Right, if you into Dragon Ball Z, you'll know that when people combine...
I can't find it, bro. I'm not going to lie. So I
that's
just put it somewhere.
great. Where's the photo from the phone? Just or the camera.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's a bit of a chundy job. Okay, well,
So Goku and Vegeta became Gogeta, right? And then we had Gohan and Trunks became Gotenks. So Indy and Karan, what would that become? No, don't say Indian Doctor, like, because that's not what we're going saying here. So
yeah, comment and tell us below, people.
what's the fusion name? What's the fusion name? We did that. We did a Kamehameha against each other. We did a Agatha fight. Did we post the Agatha fight? I didn't see that being
I don't
posted.
think we did. No, because the Dragon Ball Z one was more funny. That's why.
Oh, bro, we still need to post that. It was really funny. You did some weird kind of ladybug dance or some shit like with your feet, and I was doing proper Gataka. So yeah, we definitely need to post that. Yeah.
I'll find
guys,
it.
if you want to see that, actually no, we're gonna post it either way. Yeah, so we started there, and then we took a train down. Now here's something about trains in Italy, man. They are not bloody on time. They're cheap, not expensive at all, but it's just like, oh, we cancel. Yes, no problem. Yeah, okay. Oh, 1 hour delay. No
Hold
problem.
on. No. Take that shit back, all right? Number one, the biggest takeaway of Italy is how they do shit better than the UK when it comes to transport links, like public transport. Their trains, how fucking good are their trains in terms of quality, seats, everything being nice, roominess, Wi-Fi, everything is exquisite.
You are talking... Actually, I don't know about the train you took down to Rome, but yes,
I'm on about the train I took to Rome from Florence. I sat in standard class. I didn't sit in the first class thing, right?
Right.
Standard class was very, very, very nice.
Was it?
And I was surprised how quick it was, how smooth it was. There were no problems. It was a very good journey.
You were delayed. You were delayed half an hour. What are you on about? An hour?
Yeah, I'm fine being delayed by half an hour. If I pay €15 to go a quarter of the way across Italy, that's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
But the
long distance.
It's the equivalent of going from Birmingham to London in terms of time on the train.
Yeah.
€15 going at like 11 a.m. on a weekday. You would not get that. No Virgin, Avanti, whatever the fuck you want to call it, train is going to give you that. So they're showing how to do trains right and in the most correct way possible. That's not absolutely stingy with the quality of service, because the quality of service is horrendous in the UK. Fuck me, sitting on a London Midland train for 3.5 hours, stopping off at every single place like Dorridge. Okay, no one even stops there.
Seriously.
Dorridge, you know.
Huh?
Dorridge.
And Indy's there, looks at the doors like, who's getting out? Who's getting out of here? Who is it?
Like 64 stops or some shit like that. But even the quick trains, they're absolutely extortionately expensive, and they shouldn't be that high in terms of price.
As in,
there is no additional service that is being given to me. The seats probably still say Virgin on them. All they've done is just inherited the shell, kept it the same, and just done a rebrand on the side.
Yeah, and that's the point, isn't it? If it's public transport, and the whole point is to make it more accessible and affordable for everybody, then you should keep it like that. Although the train from Naples to Sorrento, man, that was a bit dirty, man.
Train from... Okay, that's different. Okay, I would put that in the bracket. How much are those tickets?
Again, £4. Not expensive.
Right, £4 a ticket, yeah? So that's the same price
£4 one way, yeah. £8 return.
Fine, so that's the same price as it is for me to go from Zone 4 to Zone 1 in London. Fine.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that. And that's elite London transport. That's different. If you were to do that in Birmingham, it's probably £7 one way. Could be pulling that number out my arse. But it's probably a little bit more expensive than £4, I'd say, one way from the outskirts of Birmingham into central Birmingham. Would you say that's fair?
Maybe even Warsaw to Birmingham. You're probably going to pay that kind of amount on one of those London Midland trains.
And it took us
an
quite
hour?
far out of Italy.
Yeah.
Sorry, quite far out of Naples to Sorrento.
Yes. Fine. But they are late, okay? That's one thing I didn't like. And on that day when we were sort of tired, we got up at like stupid at like 2:30 in the morning to get to Stansted to fly out and everything. We were tired. I'll tell you what was a good buy though. Bought this little camping chair. Oh yeah, that little bad boy. Right. So guys, we were doing a few excursion as we do. It's not a holiday. Let's not call it a holiday. This is an expedition, right? I don't know about you, man, but I'm tired, man.
This was not a holiday.
This is not a holiday.
I need to make this clear.
This
was not a holiday in a traditional sense. It was
not in any sense.
Let's get up and do everything in a day. If I show you the steps, people, that I did last week, I'm going to put it on camera now, yeah? Hang on.
I
Health.
think one day we hit 25 grand. 25K.
So if I go into health here, go into week.
Yes.
Right. Those are my stats on the screen, people. I know it's not fully clear.
Balle balle.
If I
Balle
try and do
balle
that,
balle
it might
balle
auto
balle.
zoom. No, it
आज तू
doesn't. Okay.
कित्थे चले आए इटली
Oh,
तुड़
it did
के
auto zoom.
इटली
Hang on,
तुड़
wait
के
there.
अनु कित्थे चले आए
Is it?
इटली
Is it?
तुड़ के इटली तुड़ के.
Is it?
It's not, man. I'm telling you, मैं
No,
देख
it's
रहा
not
हूँ.
auto zooming. Okay, fine.
just tell the people, man.
13,000 steps on average I did for last week. On the highest day, we did 18,000 steps one day.
Wow.
It's not a standard holiday. It was busy every day.
G.
Busy boots.
You know that day you did 18,000, Shindy did 25,000. She gets like,
Yeah, but that's
nearly-
because she takes tiny steps, man.
yeah. Makes it count look better, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course it does. Jeez, right. But that
yes.
chair, so handy.
Thank you. Right, so we had a lot of kickback, mainly from Shindy, only from Shindy really. Sanj and
How
Indy
much was
were
it?
fine with it. It was sub £10.
Sub £10, perfect seat.
Mate,
Like a little pop-up seat.
nearly the same price as that wrap. Okay, but
You
this
little prick.
right, this evergreen piece of kit that just we had to set a base and camp in certain places. Bang, chair comes out. So point in
Yes.
case. So that was a good buy. So we went to the home of pizza. We went to where pizza was created. The actual
again.
home of pizza.
Yes.
La Antica de Michel. The pizza place that you'll see in Eat, Pray, Love. Julie Roberts goes there as well. We got there. We started approaching there, and I could see there was like a crowd outside here. Then there was a line here. We were like, what's going on? There's some sort of ticket-based system. We didn't know what was going on. Asked somebody, they told us, right? If you want to sit inside, looking at 2-3 hour wait. Or there's this takeaway line here. Now, what Indy told me afterwards, which is really cool, is even if you sit inside, you still eat inside the box. Oh, Indy had this whole moment about how they've streamlined the system and
Mate,
keep
they
it simple,
kept their
stupid.
overheads to
Indy
a
was just so
minimum.
happy. He was just there. I was like, bro, enjoy the pizza. Stop thinking about the maths, And he's like, inne bande, da 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 da, yeah, dabbe dabbe dabbe. And anyway, we got on the takeaway line, right? And I think Indy, we got to the place maybe 2:30. I want to say 2:30, something like that, because I know we had pizza at
It
3:30.
was like about...
It was an hour and a
Actually,
half.
you know what?
It was an hour and a half,
I
maybe
lost
2.
the concept of time. Yeah,
It was about an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half between ordering the pizza and getting the pizza, which in the grand scheme of things wasn't that bad for the most famous pizza in the world. £5.50 euros. Right? Euros. So less than
Let me
£5.
just do a quick FX rate for people.
Nicky.
You asked GBP. Say that again, Karan. Just for the louder at the people at the back.
Internatiozionale, £5.50.
£4.77
Right.
for a full pizza.
Each.
Full pizza each.
The best pizza in the world. And look what you're paying. Domino's, mate.
The
Domino's,
UK
£18 a pizza. Are you kidding me?
Take it even further.
Go
Ever
on.
since I got back, I've been getting targeted by these fucking Pizza Hut ads on YouTube.
You're like, nope.
No, we keep saying it, and it says,
Yeah.
warning, this video may contain some shit that's going to make you hungry. And then it comes on screen and says it, and I'm like, okay, sounds decent. Yeah, £19.99 for like a pizza and a drink. And I thought, yo, fuck you.
You're having a laugh. I'm
No
gonna fly.
fucking way am I
I'm going to
paying
fly
that.
to Naples on a £30 flight.
Yeah.
Right? Going to have my pizza, the best pizza in the world. I'll come back. That's right.
Jesus. And having normal pizza now is finished. I can't do it. I can't have normal pizza ever again. I know how good it can be. Why would I subject myself to that below par pizza? Can't do it.
That's, well, we need to find an Italian person.
We need to find a Neapolitan pizza place and try and hope it matches some standard. But a lot of them won't. And what was the phrase, Karan? The pizza was flimsical.
Oh, that was your phrase. Yeah.
It had to be flimsical.
You know,
Karan didn't believe me
Go on.
when I said there is a word called flimsical. He said, that's not a word. I said,
Yeah.
Karan, it's a word. He's like, that's not a word. That's not a word. Indy, that's not a word. It's
Is
not a
that-
word.
is that how I
no,
speak?
Indy.
Is that how I
That is
speak?
exactly how you speak. You're like, Indy, listen. That's not a word. Okay, the word is flimsy. The word is
You-
flimsy. Okay.
You are dangerously getting closer to another impression and impersonation
whatever,
that you do
man.
a lot.
It's fine.
It's
Anyway.
not. I'm not that guy. I'm definitely not that guy. Salia, merging us together.
So anyway, you were saying all this, giving it all this, yeah?
I've been giving
You
it
went to the
10,
toilet,
mate. You
You
cheeky
went to the
slag.
toilet,
Yeah.
came back, got it
Right.
on my phone, had it
Right.
ready. I was like, Flimsical, Word, Dictionary, Collins. And you're about to sit down. I said, Goran, before you sit down, can you just...
Just
can
to
you
read
look at
the
this,
story.
please? Just have a read. You're like, what? I said, Goran, it says Flimsical Is A Word. You're like...
It's a suggested word, yeah.
And you said, oh, okay, fine. Right, cool. You wouldn't even let me have the sweet W. You were like, great. Yeah, cheers.
Guys, I've lost count the number of times where. Do you remember the story you guys Indy told about his revenge against Sanj in the car, about the navigation and the M&S? There were so many points where, he could have been the bigger man and be like, it's okay, let it go. But no, he just has to come out, doesn't he? You know what he said to us? All three of us sitting there on like the penultimate day. I don't feel heard. I tell you what, what's funny? Yesterday, Jay Shetty was on stage and he said this phrase about most of us don't feel like we're heard. And I was like, Indy! That's Indy! That's him. Yes. He needs to be here. He needs to be listening to you.
That's it, man. That's it. Jay understands me. Done. Finished.
Jay understands. And
that's your teacher, bruv. Right? I'm telling you.
That's
your teacher. That's your star, all right? Listen to him. Listen to his wise words. He's saying the same shit that I say, just packaged in a different way. Okay.
I think I understand where your need to be loud comes from. You're overcompensating. You want to be heard. That's what it is, isn't it? You just need to be heard. So you get louder and louder and louder.
Do you know what I want? Do you know what I just wanted? I just wanted once for you guys to say, you know what, you had a point. That's it. But none of you would do it. You don't sit there and giggle when I was right and then just move on. And I'm like, no. You don't get to
let me have it.
This. I've been ridiculed for you the last hour. All right. Is this correct? Fuck you. Okay. Just moved on.
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Apart from, you called it when we went from Sorrento to Postiano. So guys, these are really,
explain
really beautiful.
how that day was supposed to be a chill day and then turned into the most stressful day we probably ever had.
Yeah, I mean, it was a chill day. It was unstructured. We went to Sorrento from Naples. So the first 2 days, we did everything in Naples. Then we did everything in Pompeii, which was a city where Vesuvius erupted and was covered in ash. And guys, you definitely got to visit. This Pompeii was huge. You think about it when you're thinking about it, you learn about it in school, you think it's a tiny little town. It was massive.
Yeah, it's dense, man.
Indy fell in love with Maria. Maria was our tour guide. Indy loved her. Indy loved her feet. He kept talking about her feet.
I just saw
that. Buddy had nice feet. And I was like, and he came up to me. He was like, he felt like I needed to know. And then he came out with this gay ass phrase. He was like, try and just share my vulnerabilities with you, and you go and tell Sanj. It was funny shit, man. Like, I've got to go and share this stuff. But so anyway, Indy fell in love with this lady's bed, and she's somebody. But the third day, we said, all right, so the non-planners, Indy and Shindy, take it away, right? So we got a leisurely train to Sorrento. We had a nice walk around. We had some of the best baguettes? Paninis, that's it, toasties, yeah. They were really good. Really like those. And then I had a good dessert. Indy didn't get any dessert.
That motherfucker.
How was your cheesecake?
That motherfucker, man. All right, I go in, and this guy in the restaurant is an absolute arsehole. Okay.
No, let's give context. Let's give context. He's an old guy, an old Italian guy, who has access to free espressos. He is wired. This is the thing we didn't realize, right? He is wired, bro. He's running around, like, just talking to himself, talking to one person. He can't deal with more than one thing at a time. Now, the thing I want you to, the next bit of the story, think about, there's a clip on the, what's it called? Is it Good Morning Britain? With Holly and is it Good Morning Britain or something else? It's Good Morning, isn't it? Good Morning, yeah. So Good Morning, there's a clip of those two, the hosts, Philip Schofield, Holly. Holly, is it Holly? Is his name Holly?
Yeah, Holly and Philip Schofield, who's no longer there.
Right, yeah, he's not there.
Holly and
with
Philip Schofield.
Gino De Campo, the Italian
and they're eating
chef.
some food.
They're eating some food, and she says something like, "Oh yeah, this is a bit like a carbonara."
This is a bit like a baking carbonara.
And he just absolutely loses it. He's like, well, if I put wheels on my grandmother, It doesn't make her a bicycle, does it?
No. He didn't say that.
What did he say? What did he say?
If my grandmother had music, she would have been a bike. That's what he said.
It is not the same thing.
And he's fuming. He's like, how dare you disgrace Italian cuisine with your fucking Britishness. Genuinely, that's what he wanted to say to them.
Right.
He would have throttled someone if he had a chance.
Yeah, if he was on TV. So have that, the way Gino reacted, have that in your head, guys. Now, Indy has a serious, this isn't a joke now, he has a serious nut allergy. Like if he has a nut, he needs an EpiPen. So it's not a joke, right? And he's trying to convey this and he's looking at the desserts, and I've had cannoli and some other stuff. And finally, Indy gets his chance to order, because at first, like, Indy pulled out his card. He's like, no, put money away. Order first. Sit down. Come up. Sit down.
At me. He was doing shit behind there. I was waiting for 5 minutes. He was pacing up and down, putting this dish there, pulling this out, pulling out, looking at me, looking away. I'm thinking, am I going to get served? Like, what's happening?
I'm the captain now.
He comes up to me, put the card away. I was like, okay, shit. I just wanted to pay for my dessert.
My person.
He said, what do you want? I said, I want the cheesecake.
Right.
He said, yeah, done. I said, okay. And he said, what ice cream do you want with that? I said, I'll get the ice cream for Sanj. Put that. He said, yeah, done. No worries. Go. I said, fine.
Yeah.
He comes out the back, proceeds to walk out the front,
Right.
pulls out the cheesecake, and
Right.
before he gets it, I said, does it have nuts in? And what did he say, Karan?
No, it's a cheesecake. Why not? He's basically saying, are you thick blood?
Yeah.
That's what he's basically saying in Italian and broken English. No, it's cheesecake. Like Gino's reaction.
So I felt like a tit.
And we were sat there laughing. And he turns
creasing,
around.
and I'm looking behind, seeing these are creasing. I'm like,
I
didn't say anything wrong. I just asked a question.
And we're like, it's not you, man. This guy's reaction was just priceless, man.
So anyway, he comes back round, and on top of it is a chocolate piece.
Right.
And I know what this fucking chocolate piece looks like. I looked at it and thought it's either two things.
Right.
It's either a Galaxy,
which is
or
safe,
it's a Kinder Bueno.
which is not safe.
It was a Kinder Bueno. Because I got back, I said, Sanj, that looks like a Kinder Bueno. Can you bite it? She had a bite and said, it's a Kinder Bueno. I said, right, fine. You're eating this dessert. She said, I don't want it. I said, you got to fucking eat it. I'll pay for it now. So she's sitting there. And,
no, not quite accurate. I mean, you're telling this story like it was all smooth. You became the most dukhi banda.
No, I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point. I'm about to describe my feelings.
Get there quickly
I'm about to describe
and
my
do
feelings.
the face that you did.
So Sandra's sitting there and she's like trying to ration it with Shindy, and she's like, oh, I've got to eat some of it to make it look like I enjoyed it, because I don't really want it, but I'm trying to make it feel better.
Just a bit more context as well. Your wife is a diabetic who needs insulin, and you're forcing her blood sugar up because you are dukhi.
I didn't force her.
Shindy's in the room. You thought you like eat the cake, eat it now. You eat it. I'm not doing this.
No. Fuck you. Okay. I said to Sanj, I'm not eating the cake. You need to eat it. And I just proceeded to look away and look up. I just looked up and looked away, and I was like, fuck this, man. I'm absolutely pissed off.
Why me?
And she's sitting there saying, if I just scrape off the top layer, I said, Sanj,
we're not doing this.
This is exactly it, right? I'm going to get into character, okay? I said, Sanj, please, we're not doing this, okay? We're just not doing it, all right? Just please eat the cheesecake and just stop it, all right?
I'm done. I'm done,
man. I'm done. And she's looking away and she's talking to Shindy, and I'm just sitting there in silence like, fuck's sake. This guy treats me like a dickhead.
Right.
Goes around the front.
Willy Wonka.
He's not start laughing at me. Comes
Not
around
you.
the back.
Not you.
Says
We
there's
won't
no
laugh at
nuts
you.
on
We
it.
won't laugh at you.
I pay the guy, take it to my wife to do a taste test.
Right.
It's only suitable for her. And then I've got to sit here and fucking lump it. Great. And I just sat there thinking, what was the point? Why did I even bother? Now, you felt bad because you were thinking, well, I can't offer you my cannoli. This is covered in fucking hazelnuts.
Yep.
Great.
So I got it.
And you understood in that moment, when I'm like that, just leave me alone.
Oh,
genuinely,
yes.
Just leave me alone for like 5 minutes and I'll be fine. Poor girl, she kept proceeding to be like, you can have some of the ice cream. I said, son,
you can smell it.
It's done.
You can smell it.
It's done. I don't want anything to do with this dessert.
I don't want anything to do with you. I've had enough of you and your palate that allows you to eat anything that you want. You're showing off to me. I can't have this. Yeah, so I sat there, guys, right in front of him, looking right at Indy, just enjoying my cannoli and my double espresso. But I realized after some years of friendship that actually not everything is fixable. And you don't need to fix it. You just need to let the emotion get out rather than trying to suppress the
Let
emotion.
them be what, Karan?
It's not authentic.
Be heard.
Oh, bloody hell, not this again. yeah, that's what it is. So just let Indy get it out, basically, is the point we're trying to make here. But it was just a funny experience. Now, after that, we jumped on a bus to Postiano, which is another beautiful place. Kind of so all this.
Thinking it would be a great idea. And what did I say before we got on the bus?
Oh yeah, he goes full ducky mode. Oh, we don't know how many buses are going to come back, and then we don't know what time we're going to come back. And
No.
What did you say?
What did I say exactly?
What I can't remember.
Don't make me out to be dickhead.
Quote me.
Right.
What did you quote yourself?
I said,
yeah,
we're queuing up for this bus.
right.
If there's a lot of people going there, there's going to be a lot of people coming back. We're leaving this quite late. Is it worth going to?
What was the other options on the table?
I don't know, but we would have figured something out.
Okay, potentially. It was one of those, wasn't it? It was like, well, we can either go home, but then it's a bit early now.
Because it was raining as well.
It was drizzling at this point. It wasn't hard. It was drizzling at this point.
No,
we
it
were
was
like
drizzling.
We were like, okay, we've done Sorrento now. Like, what else are we going to do in Sorrento?
But I was thinking, if we get on that bus and we get in that direction, the rain is worse or heavy. What's to say not everyone's gone there for a day trip and they're trying to come back here to come back to Naples? And then if they're coming back to Naples, everyone's going to be on that bus and it's going to be full on the way back. That's what went through my head.
You didn't
I
say
just tried
that.
to describe it so I wasn't overthinking, but clearly I should have relayed that to make it clearer.
Yes, I was going to say, you didn't give us that much context. Like, that actually would have been useful.
That's what I thought in my head.
Everything's useful in hindsight. But, yeah, then you and Sanch fell asleep on the coach, on the bus there.
Well, we got on the bus. It was like the second bus that came, but yeah, we got on the bus.
You guys fell asleep. I was semi-awake. Shindy was mainly awake. Enjoyed the views for what they were. So this essentially is the Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast is basically... There is a town called Amalfi, but between kind of Sorrento, Ravello, Postiano, and Amalfi itself is the Amalfi Coast. So it's all beautiful. It's very nice. And then we got there, and it was just pissing it down, like hard pissing it down. Like, one thing I forgot for this trip, my special poncho. You know how I feel about my poncho, and I forgot my poncho. And the one trip I didn't wear my walking boots when I actually need them, and my whole bloody trainers got gile, man, and salabba, and it wasn't a good soggy sock situation.
So we got out the bus, and we're in Postiano, and we take, 50 steps, if that?
I'm going to say
Pissing
10.
with rain.
10.
Sandra's cackling with laughter at this point.
Yeah.
Because she's thinking...
She knows.
She's thinking, there's nothing to do here. We fucked it.
Hard.
Because this is clearly a place for a sunny day.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah.
The water's flowing downhill.
Yeah.
And across the road from the bus stop that we got off at was absolutely rammed with people waiting to get the bus back.
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
So we did a walk. You stopped and said, you know what? I think we should go back.
You got to make a decision. Yeah, I'll tell you what happened is when Indy came to the front of the group, we had a formation, right? One guy at the front, one guy at the back, girls in the middle, right? And I was like, what are you doing here? Get to the back. Clearly, in hindsight, he was just scared. He's like, where are we going? What are we doing? Where is this? This is Revenant level stuff now. And then I just realized, I was like, yeah, we need to get out of here while it's still light and we still can and we still have supplies.
So what happened, Garan? What did we do?
Well, these three numpties, right? Very quickly, I said to them, shall we get a taxi? This one guy kept walking around, hey, taxi, special price. Obviously overpriced, but what are you going to do, right? The
He
buses
said
that...
20 euros.
Yeah, per person. The buses that kept coming were all full. This is the thing, right? The buses are all full.
We were asking the guy if we could get on. You were doing this the whole and he was going... That's it. And he drives straight past and we're like, no! Because the buses were rammed.
Yeah.
As I thought in my head. This guy who was asking us, he was like 20 euros per person to get on the taxi. And we thought, maybe. Then he kept doing it. And I said, all right, I'm going to go inside and count how many euros I've got. You're going to count how many you had. We didn't have enough. So that's why we couldn't take that taxi. Even if he did offer it, we didn't have enough. So we thought, okay, now what? Kept waiting. After like the sixth coach, we then thought, better get a cab. And someone comes up and says 50 euros. We're like, 50? And he's like, no, 15. We're like, yeah, done. 15, done. Sanch said, no, 10. I was like, Sanch, don't fucking haggle. Just get on the get in the taxi. Okay.
That's it.
Bless that girl, man. She was
London
trying to
massive,
have it
innit?
to the last
London
minute.
massive. That's it.
Yeah, she's like, I want to feel like I got a good deal.
Frugal, mate. Frugal.
There we go, man. Managed to make it back, thankfully, through the cab driver. God bless those people who were still waiting in the rain for like 3.5 hours. Don't know what happened to them. We were in the rain for a good 2 hours, just waiting, standing still, hoping for a bus to stop for us or a coach.
Absolutely. Made some friends. Got my layers on. Here's what it is. Funny memories, you know. That's all it is. It's all about funny memories.
Oh, and the last thing is, my Punjabi is officially finished. I give up. I surrender speaking in Punjabi.
It's not what you want to tell the
I can't do
listeners.
this anymore. I can't do it.
Look,
Can't. I
give-
tried
give
all
up-
holiday.
give
I
up-
kept getting
give up
corrected left,
like
right,
a-
and centre. I'm glad you guys did correct me.
You took it
but
really well.
It still wouldn't click. It wouldn't click.
Yeah, it's more. He's having difficulty with the gender. So Indy grew up around his mum and his nanny a lot, and that's his source of Punjabi. So he defaults to the lady position. I'm trying to think of a phrase. What kind of things are you saying?
I can't remember.
All right. So in the rain, I'd say "मैं गिल्ला हो गया." He'd be like "मैं गिल्ली होगी." I'm like, what? What did you say? I'm like, "हो गया, होगी." And I was like, no. And I was like, bro. So the whole trip, he just kept coming out with feminine phrases, and I was like, are you doing this on purpose? Are you trolling me or something? He's like, no, isn't that how you say it? I was like, no. I was like, you a woman? That's something you're trying to tell me. So,
Oh, agony. Absolute agony, man.
hmm.
And then we got to the airport and I was like, all right, everything feminine, everything male, everything male, everything male. And there was a woman who had curly hair, and Sandra Shindy was saying to me, if I didn't comb my hair, it would be curly like that. So I said about the Kuri's hair, I said, like, her hair's nice in Punjabi. And
Ede baal.
I said, Ede baal sona hair. And Shindy said, no, Sony. I said, fuck it. I give up. I'm
Finished.
done. I'm
Done.
finished. End of the
Resigned.
holiday. I thought I'd take the
Internatiozionale.
right step, and this was wrong. Fuck this. Can't do it. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
And everyone's looking at me in the airport. I said, you lot don't get it. You don't get it. I tried
मैं
so hard.
बहुत कोशिश की थी.
And Shindy was like, no, but that's the one time you actually needed to say it from a woman's perspective.
You're like, it doesn't make sense. You're like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Koi nahi. We're going to keep persisting, okay?
I will
Today
keep
you said
persisting. I will
Sat
keep trying
Sri
to speak
Akal. You
Punjabi
said it properly.
on this
So
podcast.
there you go. And there you go, guys. When you see us in person, ask us more things, and we'll tell you more intimate details
We'll
about
tell
the
you
trip.
more and more stories about
More
it. if you
funny
wanna
shit
see.
that happened.
But,
Yeah.
What a holiday. What a holiday. We'll definitely do it again.
Bye, baby.
People, thank you for listening for this extra long Italy special episode.
Mhm.
Please like, please share, please subscribe, please pass it on to other people. Interact with the poll beneath. Do whatever you can to help us get to other people. Leave a review. All these nice things. If you leave us a review, I tell you what, if you leave us a review and you send me a screenshot of it on Insta, right, I will send you a voice note back to any question of your choice. That's it.
In
Done.
Punjabi. In Punjabi.
In however you want me to. If you leave us a review and do that, and send me a screenshot proof of it, I will do that for you.
Bye, baby.
There you go. Meet me
Offboard
halfway,
deals.
people.
There we go.
Meet me halfway. Okay, people, catch you next week in a bit. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here, and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.